Hello everybody, this is, welcome back to my channel, and, today's what if is going to be, what if Deku had complete mechanical control? Now, I've been thinking of this idea for a couple of days, just what kind of story this will play out to be, and this will be my first hero, I guess you could say, what if. I know I'd said I would make mainly villain what ifs, but this one would be interesting as a hero one, and I couldn't think of his villain one as this one because there's nothing much he could do. So, let's try and see how this plans out. So, we start out as Deku is born. He's born in as a normal child, except for whenever his mother holds him, she gets a weird feeling as she's holding him, and he starts to spaz out. She calls the doctors in, and they take him to get him checked up to see what's the problem. They came back with the results saying that it's just a mutation as part of his quirk, but it shouldn't be showing this early. Something is wrong. Keep an eye on him, and we'll see how it goes. A few years pass by as the noticeable differences between Deku and a normal child were very clear. His eyes were different colors. One was a bright blue, and the other one a bright green, with black spots in it, with black square spots in it. And the blue eye had white square spots in it. These are the only differences. His hair was a normal green color, but it had a shade of blue in it as well. And whenever the time comes, he's 4 years old, he goes to get his quirk checked out, and the doctor says that he has a odd quirk, because whenever they tried to scan his quirk, it came back with a error on the machinery. So that she asked what he meant by that. Is whenever they showed the x-ray, it showed he had a quirk, but then whenever they redid the test, it showed that he didn't have a quirk. The doctor trying to explain that the machine might have had a malfunction, so they tried the test over and over and over again. Same results. Had a quirk, didn't have a quirk. Had a quirk, didn't have a quirk. The testing went on, and they just finally gave up and said that he has a quirk, and it must be a technological-based quirk. So they would write it off as a technopath, aka complete tech control. Pretty much, I believe. Anyways, we're now in middle school year, as Deku has figured out his powers, as his powers are, and I'm going to try and list these off as best as I can. 1, he's able to enter and exit any kind of electronical-based item at will, such as phones, computers, vending machines, like anything that has any kind of mechanical or technological-based item in it, he can enter, control, and change the coding of. So if he enters into your computer, he's able to look through your files, and he's able to change the coding of the files to make the pictures look different. So pretty much he's able to hack computers as well as control different machineries. Like a robot, he's able to enter it and he's able to take full control of that robot and use it like his own body. The other abilities he has is he's able to change the formatting of any kind of tech. So let's just say he enters a old rusty computer like a 2002 retro-based computer. He's able to make the computer run as if it's a 2020 new generation model computer. So he's able to revamp technology as well as change the differencing between the coding. Sorry, I'm explaining for so long. I just want to try and get these out of my head as fast as I can. The other thing he's able to do is he doesn't really need to eat or drink water because he can just go into technology and, well, the coding of it, he can just change his own coding, making him not hungry anymore. The other thing he's able to do is he's able to build his own technology. So in this, Deku pretty much has an IQ of, you try to go up against me in a game of smarts, you're going to lose, get embarrassed, and you're probably not going to want to be around me anymore. So he's very, very, I mean, no one can compare. Because he has the power, he has all of the internets, pretty much. Everything that you can look up on the internet is in his head, because, well, he lives in technology, as well as he experiments on his own, meaning he goes off and does his own experiments, figuring out new things every day. So he gets smarter every day. And I may fluctuate between a hero and villain on this one. I'm mainly going to leave that to you. So this first part, I'm going to name it Part 0. Meaning this is going to be leading up to the UA entrance exam. And also, I want to know if you want Deku to have one for all. If he does, I have some ideas and abilities that I can give him, but if you want to, you can give him abilities as well. Now, this will be the first year in... No, this will be the third year in elementary, or pretty much preschool. So he's pretty much a 4th or 5th grader. And Bakugo isn't as mean to him, but he does have his ego. So Deku and Bakugo pretty much hang out a lot. They talk, and they hang out whenever they can. But they aren't really best friends, they're just more like acquaintances and friends. So, one day whenever Izuku Midoriya and Bakugo Katsuki were hanging out, don't know why I said their full names, they decided to go over to Bakugo's house to play some video games. As they were playing, Deku went up to touch the screen, because he wanted to show Bakugo something on the screen. As he went and touched the screen, his body turned into a bunch of 1s and 0s, and then went into the screen. Bakugo running up to the screen, tapping on the screen, asking where Deku went. As Deku popped up on the screen, poking at the screen, saying, "How did I get in here? And what are you doing out there?" As Bakugo would say, "You just entered the TV. What are you doing in there?" As Deku would just look around, as he would notice that he's in the game. Bakugo asking if he can be controlled by the controller. Him obviously not. Sorry for all the yawning. I don't know why I yawn and record at the same time. It's annoying. I can't stop it though. I'm sorry. Anyway, Deku being able to essentially control different characters, control the output of the game, and then somehow getting out of the game. Bakugo being impressed, asking him what he did. Deku saying, "I don't know, maybe it's an ability of my quirk." Bakugo being impressed, then later decides to talk to Deku some more about what just happened, as Deku would then go off and experiment on his quirk some more. Anyway, so as Deku left Bakugo's house going to experiment on his quirk, he called his mom and told her what happened. She would ask if he was okay, and if anything bad happened, he would say no, that he's fine. It's just that it startled him a lot, and he didn't know that would happen. So, as Deku was walking home, and sludge villain attack does happen earlier, so the sludge villain jumps out of a sewer cap, lunging at Deku, saying, "I need your body, I didn't know he was in town." As Deku was struggling against the sludge villain, All Might comes out, punching him away with a Detroit smash, saying, "I am here." Deku not really a fan of any hero, really. He just respects them in their own way. Just says, oh, it's All Might, as All Might would ask if he was okay, as he was picking up the sludge and bits on the floor. Deku saying, yeah, but I have a question to ask you. All Might was curious as he looked at you and saying, sure, what's your question? Deku being a little, what's the word, oh, fuck, I forgot the name for it. Anyways, he was a little bit antsy, I guess you could say. A little bit nervous. Asking, do you think I can be a hero with a quirk that can control any kind of technology and machinery? All Might, not knowing how to respond to this, says, I don't know if you can be a full hero, but maybe you can be a rescue hero and a support hero. Deku saying, but do you think I could be the #1 hero like you, All Might? All Might, thinking about this for a minute, says, if you're able to build very good and strong technology, and you're able to control that, then I think you might be able to be a hero if you're able to control it well, and you're able to rescue people better than anyone else. Deku being a little happy to hear this, then thanks All Might as he walks home. As Deku's on his way home, he meets a guy with black hair and red eyes. Yes, this is early Kirishima. As Deku walks up to this kid, asking him for his name because he was just sitting on a bench at the park, just staring at his phone. The kid says, my name is Kirishima, I forgot his last name, and Deku would introduce himself, oh, my name is Izuku Midoriya, as he would ask why he's sitting on the bench alone. Kirishima saying he feels useless because his quirk is just hardening. Deku inspiring him, saying that if he works hard, working out his body, maybe his hardening can become better and he can become an indestructible wall, as well as you also have another way for an offense. If your body's strengthened, you'll be able to fight off villains with your strength as well as your hardening, using your body as a living weapon. Kirishima, taking note of this, would thank Deku and walk off, putting notes in his phone for ideas of how to train his body. And this is where Kirishima's manly complex would come in, or he thinks some things are manly. As Deku got home, he went into the kitchen where his mom was and said, "Hey mom, I'm back home." As Inko would turn around happily, saying, "Welcome back, Izuku. I'm making some lunch. It'll be ready in a few minutes." Deku saying, "No thanks. I'll be in my room working on an experiment to see if I can figure out more about my quirk." His mother being a little concerned because he's skipping out on lunch, but she would understand that he's excited, so she would just push it to the side. And the picture you're seeing is going to be the picture of his outfit, his hero outfit, I believe, that I may make this, or one of his robots. So, if you guys want this to be his hero outfit or one of his robots, comment it down below. And if you guys want this series, I'll make a part 2, I'll make a part 1, because this series is just an intro series. Anyways, as Deku was working out on his quirk, he made essentially a small phone. This is a retro phone, so it's big and blocky, but it's kind of perfect. So he touches the phone as he goes right into the phone, as he thinks, maybe I can use this for something, as he tries to make a call to Bakugo. As he calls Bakugo, Bakugo picks up his phone, as he says hello, as Deku would say, move your phone away from your face and set it on the floor. Bakugo asking, who is this? Deku would say, it's me, Izuku. Bakugo saying, okay, fine, as Bakugo would do as he said, putting his phone on the floor, as Deku would proceed to jump out of the phone. Bakugo questioning what he did, Deku said, I'm testing a theory about my quirk. So please stay connected to the call as I hop back into this phone to get back to my room. Bakugo nervously saying okay as Deku would hop into his phone, appearing back into his room. These experiments would go on for months, even years, as Deku would keep in contact with Kirishima and hang out with Bakugo and Kirishima sometimes at the same time, as they would become really good friends. So in this, Kirishima meets Bakugo in his second year of elementary, or I guess you could say first year of middle school to second year. So these three are really good friends. And this is where I'm going to leave off the video. The next part is where, and actually no, I'm going to continue. As Deku grew up, it's now his second year in now it's his third year in middle school. And it's the third day. Everyone had their introductions to the class, meeting new people, and in this, Kirishima, Bakugo, and Izuku Midoriya go to the same school. So Mina and Uraraka don't go to the same, no, was it Uraraka that was with Mina? I believe so. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe. I'll have to rewatch the anime. I was planning on to anyways. As Deku, Kirishima, and Bakugo were talking, someone in the class walks up to Deku, trying to make fun of him, as Deku would say, okay, just hold out your phone. As the guy would hold out his phone, Deku hops into his phone, as the guy would turn on his phone, seeing Deku just looking at him through the screen, as Deku would wave at him, as he would look at his apps, taking these apps and deleting them permanently from his phone, so he can't download them ever again. So the apps on there, gone forever. Poof. No data left. Photos, poof. Gone. Contact numbers, the only ones he has left are his mom, dad, and sister. As the kid would start freaking out and asking why he's doing this, as Deku would hop out of his phone saying, don't make fun of me again, with a cold voice. As the kid would run away, calling him a villain and a monster. Deku not really taking offense to this, as Kirishima and Bakugo would just laugh at the guy running away, as they would walk up to Deku, giving him a fist bump, and patting him on the back saying, good job, you defended yourself. As Deku letting out a sigh, saying that was really scary and nerve-wracking. As Bakugo and Kirishima look at each other and they start laughing their, faces off, saying that Deku was actually really nervous during that and he was a nervous wreck. As the teacher would calm him down and they would start the school day. Now, I'm going to leave it off here. If you guys want a part 1, comment it down below or leave a like. If you don't want it, leave a dislike. Never mind, just comment yes, you want a part 2, and if you want... Okay, the 3 questions I want to ask you. Question 1, do you want a part 1, meaning where it goes up to the entrance exam? Second question, does Deku have One for All? And question 3, do you guys want to ship? And question 4, yeah, I said 3, but I want 4 questions. Question 4, is this going to be a vigilante, hero, or villain Deku series? And I'm going to leave you guys off here. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next part. apart by